Okay, that should do it. We should be live. I'm just making sure that I've got... This is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, family starter home, base game only. So it's for a family of 4, starting with $26,000 in The Sims 4. You've got your living area. Come in. Now, I did this as a typical suburban build. So this is something like if in a normal neighborhood you might find. So I did put in things like this, which is a coat closet, right? A place to put coats. You don't actually need that in game. And if you wanted to save a little bit of money or kind of recoup a little bit of money back for your Sims, you could knock out these walls and that door, right? And then you would still have this sort of hallway division, but because you don't really need that. The other thing I would say is you could do the same thing here. I've kind of put the closet into a walk-in closet, right? Just to give it the feel of a true suburban floor plan. But you could knock out these walls in this door and then access the closet just directly from the bedroom, like in an alcove. I've already uploaded this build, so the way I uploaded it is the way you're going to see it here. The only thing that's different is that I've got this currently on a 40 by 30 lot because I wanted to show it in Del Sol, because it wasn't raining in Del Sol. Originally, I had it in Windenburg. It was pouring rain, so I moved it over here so it'd be sunny, right? It'd be sunny and lovely while we're going to tour this. I'll pull up the whole view here. It's supposed to be reminiscent of a more modern take on the Spanish colonial style of suburban track house building that you'll see a lot out in California and some other places, probably Arizona. And even some places, like I live in Oklahoma, even in Oklahoma City, you'll sometimes see a play on that Spanish colonial design. Kind of bigger in the 20s, I would say, and 30s. And California probably went even further. And so I wanted to do a modern sort of take on that. There's not a lot of money when you're doing a starter home that your Sims can live in as a starter house. But I tried to throw in, a few little pieces here and there. One thing that's missing that's really interesting, I don't know where it would be. There was a planter here on the front porch with cactus in it. I may go ahead, actually. Let me pull that up real quick. I'll just show you what it looks like. I don't know why it wouldn't be here. It must not be in the download, but it'll give you an idea of kind of what I did with it, I guess, right? Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. Oh, okay. I'm blind. All right. I got it. Let's take it in blue. Nice little blue. So I put it here and I made it a little bit bigger like that, give it some substance. And I also had move objects on. So there we go. We'll do that. That's supposed to be there. I don't know what happened to it. I might have taken it out to make it a little bit cheaper, but it comes in on cost, even with it there. Okay, so we're going to enter, as I said, into the living, dining, kitchen, office area. A living room here, pretty basic. Again, this is your starter home, but we've got a sofa, we've got a chair, we've got a TV, right? Over here is a dining room. I designed this house for 4 people, but basically for a couple, a child, and a toddler. Okay, so I put in a high chair, so you'd have someplace to eat, and then there's a table for 4. The kitchen's pretty good size. We've got decent stove and refrigerator. Not the cheapest, not the most expensive. No dishwasher. You're not there yet. You got to get a little bit further in your career before you can get a dishwasher. But I did include, over here in the office, we've got a bookshelf, so you can read, skill building, computer, so you can skill build, entertainment, stuff like that. And these doors are a little expensive, but I felt like 2 of them there better suited the build. It looks more like a suburban house would look in this price range, I feel like. You'd have these big open windows, let in a lot of light, big view out to your backyard. It gives a sort of feeling of grandeur to what is a pretty small, inexpensive space. We've got 2 bathrooms in this build, which is also another sort of extravagance that I put in primarily to keep it real, right? To keep it like a real suburban tract that would be built in my community as a 2-bedroom right now. It would have 2 baths because you're going to have a more private master and then you're going to have a guest kids bath. So I did that. If you absolutely didn't need it, again, you could like delete all these extra items out of here or do it in the master bath, delete those items. You'd have a lot more kind of surplus funds left after moving in. But I did a little, just a basic plain bathroom. I continued the wallpaper for the kids into the kids' room. It's a really basic kids' room, right? Again, we've got a child's bed, a toddler's bed. And then for their entertainment, I did put in, of course, a toy box, right? They're going to want to play. They're going to want something to do. And then we've got the adult master bath next. This space here that is empty, I really think of as a future space. And I would have done it now, but I was doing it as a base game only build. I think of that as a future space for a washer and dryer. Right. And if you had more money, you could put a door here to the kids' room so that you could easily take the laundry from bedroom to bedroom, wash it there in the middle, and then easily take it back. Instead of, say, walking out to the kitchen or a garage or something. The master bath is pretty basic. The master bedroom's even more basic. All we really have is a bed, right, to sleep in. There is a future space here where you can put a sofa or a small office in the bedroom, right? Small office. And then again, because this fits a suburban track feel, I put a small patio off of the master bedroom to give it more of a feeling of a grander house than it is, right? Because it would be a lower middle class type of house, but you want to give that sort of feeling of something larger, something grander. So you're going to give this second sort of private outdoor space, right? For mom and dad. Maybe mom and dad want to come out here, or dad and dad. In my case, it's dad and dad. Take a look here. See, there's the two dads there. My typical family, my RM Cascadian family, Reg, Grant, Max. Almost forgot Max's name. Hooper, of course, and their cat Will, right? Right. So for mom and dad, or dad and dad, or mom and mom, or a single parent in that case, come out here in the morning, have some coffee, maybe read, maybe knit, maybe paint, something like that. Here to the side of the house, we have a carport. Again, since it's a lower middle class type of house, in order to save money, builders, not so much nowadays, and really not in my area. In my area, they would do a garage. I didn't have money for a garage. But they would do like a carport, so that it's protected from like hail, stuff like that. So that's what I did here. I just extended, that roof line to create a carport. One great thing about roofing is when you don't have a lot of money, I do not have a lot of money here, right? When you don't have a lot of money, sometimes you can use roofing and roof pieces like here and here to give it a little bit of architectural detail and a little bit of architectural interest for free, right? Because that is our watchword, free in this case. Another thing I could have done, I did not do, partially because I couldn't afford any more columns, I felt like. Although in The Sims, you could just cantilever it out. You could put a roof over this and make it a covered outdoor space. I didn't do it because I felt like in reality it would have columns and the columns are too expensive. But if you wanted to, you could do it for free. You could stick one on there pretty easily. Because out back, you do have a large kind of outdoor patio space in order to entertain, right? Or grill outside or whatever you're going to do. And then again, here I just created a sort of setback of the roof and a little platform. In the old days, like in the 90s, you probably would call that like a plant ledge, where typically indoors, I think they'd be fake plants. Even out here, it might be hard to water something up there. But you would put some sort of greenery, up above, maybe spilling over the edge. You used to see that a lot in the 90s. And like I said, they were called, at least in my area, and they were called plant ledges. Go figure. So that's about it. It's a pretty quick and easy tour, I've already play tested this home. It's already up on the gallery. And available, Jason Sterling, RMC. So we're going to call it good on this particular part of the tour. We're going to move to the big part of the tour. We're going to move to the 180 degrees away from this to the city of Darwin. And we're going to go right that way. We'll have to go in here to live mode real quick.